Everyone, welcome to my channel The Social Science Academy. In this video, we are going to study chapter number 1 NCERT Book of Geography of class 7. The name of lesson is environment. Now students, you are very much familiar with this word environment. What is environment? Whatever you see in your surroundings, it is called the environment. All the things which are included, which are surrounding to us, this includes in the environment, like our buildings, table, chair, the road, garbage, our friends, means all the human being, living organisms, animals, plants, birds, these all are the parts of your environment. If you have observed from this, some objects are created by nature. Now, which are the nature created objects? For example, mountains, rivers, trees, animals, birds, plants. These all are the nature created objects. And other things, other objects which are made by human being or by people, like roads, vehicles, clothes, and all other utensils and objects that we use in a daily life. Okay, so these all objects, these are the part of the environment. Now, environment is our basic life support system. Environment is our basic life support system. Why it is basic life support system? Because it provides air that we breathe, the water that we drink, it provides the food that we eat, and it provides us land where we live. These all the things it provides by the environment. So environment is our basic life support system. However, we have modified this environment, that is human beings has modified this natural environment. Like we have made cars, we have constructed different buildings, we have started the industries. So however, we need, according to the needs of human being has modified this natural environment. Now, what can we see exactly the environment? That place, people, things, and nature that surround any living organism is called the environment. What is the environment? The place, people, things, and nature that surround any living organism is called the environment. Now, it is a combination of natural and human made phenomena. Natural phenomena and human made phenomena. Now we can see the components of the environment in this diagram. Natural phenomena, that is the land, air, water, and living things. And human made phenomena, you can see buildings, parks, bridges, then roads, monuments, industries. Okay, these all are the human made phenomena. Natural, air, water, living things, and the land. And human made, that is buildings, parks, bridges, roads, monuments, industries, etc. Not that much only, so many things are there which is made by human being. And human, particularly human, is also is a part of natural environment. How? Per individual human, then family, then its community where it lives, religion it follows, its educational societies, economic society, then the political situation it follows. Okay, all these are the parts which are related to a human being. These are also the parts of the environment of, or the components of the environment, we can say. Then we can see, while the natural environment refers to both biotic and abiotic conditions. Natural environment, it refers to biotic and abiotic conditions. Now biotic, it is the world of living organisms. Now nature, it has living organisms also and non-living organisms also. So biotic, it is the world of living organisms, for example plants and animals. Then abiotic, the world of non-living elements like a land. So natural environment, it refers to biotic and abiotic environment conditions which are existing on the earth. Now we have seen the components of the environment. From that, the first we are going to see, that is the natural environment. The first component of the environment, that is the natural environment, we are going to see. Now it comprises land, water, air, plants and animals. Okay, now you are very much familiar with this all the things. You have studied domains of the earth in previous class. Land, that is lithosphere, water, hydrosphere, air, atmosphere, and plants and animals means the living organisms, that is the biosphere. So you are very much familiar with this all the domains of the earth, but now again we will revise it. So first, that is the lithosphere. It is the solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth where we live. The earth's surface, hard top layer of the earth, that is the lithosphere. It is made up of rocks and minerals and covered by a thin layer of soil. It is an irregular surface with various landforms such as mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, etc. See, earth's surface, it is not regular everywhere, it is not uniform at each and every place, it is irregular with the different or various landforms like mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, etc. Landforms are found over the continents and also on the ocean floors. Also different landforms, not only we can see over the continents, but also on the ocean floors also we can see the different landforms. Lithosphere is the domain that provides us forests, grasslands for grazing, then land for agriculture and for the human settlements. So it provides land for these all the things, and it also a source of mineral wealth. It also gives us the source of mineral wealth. Then the next domain that we are going to see, that is the hydrosphere. Now what is the hydrosphere? The domain of water is referred to as hydrosphere. All the forms of water which is present on the earth's surface, it refers to the hydrosphere. So it comprises various sources of water and different types of water bodies like rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, etc. It is essential for all living organisms. Water, it is very much essential for all living organisms. Then the next domain of the earth, it is the atmosphere. It is the thin layer of air that surrounds the earth, and due to the gravitational force of the earth, it holds the atmosphere around it. And what it does, it protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. Okay, harmful rays which emits by the sun and the scorching heat. Okay, it protects us from that. Then it consists of a number of gases, dust and water vapor. The changes in the atmosphere produce changes in the weather and climate. Okay, if the atmosphere it changes, it produces changes in the weather and the climate also. Then the plant and animal kingdom together make biosphere or the living world, or the living world or the plant and animal kingdom, it comprises the biosphere. It is a narrow zone of the earth where land, water and air interact with each other to support the life system. Okay, it is a narrow zone of the earth, biosphere. It is the narrow zone of the earth where land, water and air, they interact with each other to support the life system. Okay, then the next part, it comes the ecosystem. What is the ecosystem? What is the ecosystem? Okay, now see students, all plants, animals and human beings, they depend on their immediate surroundings. Each and every plant, animal and human being, they depend on their immediate surroundings. Often they are also interdependent on each other. Wherever we live, whatever is there to around us, each and every one is dependent on each other. Okay, they are interdependent on each other. This relation between the living organisms as well as the relation between the organisms and their surroundings form an ecosystem. This relation within the living organisms and their relation between the other organisms, this forms the ecosystem. Whatever the things are present there around to us, these all are interdependent on each other. Each and everyone is dependent on each other and they form a ecosystem. There could be an ecosystem of large rainforest, grassland, desert, mountains, lake, river, ocean, and even a small pond. Okay, these are the examples of ecosystem. Why? Now, if we will consider the mountains, okay, the people who live in the mountains, their climatic conditions are different, so whatever they get at that area, they are dependent on that. The animals, the birds, the plants, whatever the present in that particular area, they all are dependent on each other, so they form a mountain ecosystem. If we will go to the desert, the condition is different. Whatever things are present, the objects are present, natural, man-made, they all are what the surroundings, they are dependent on each other, so they form the desert ecosystem. Like that way, there are the different ecosystems are present on the earth surface. Then the next part, it comes that the human environment. We have seen the first component of the environment, that is the natural environment. Then the second component, that is the human environment. Now human beings interact with the environment and they modify it according to their needs. Human beings, they interact with environment and according to their needs they modify their environment. Then early humans, what they had done, they had adapted themselves to the natural surroundings. They were living in the forest. Whatever the food they were getting from the forest, they were they have survived on them. Okay, so they have adapted themselves to the natural surroundings. They lead to simple life and fulfill their requirements from the nature around them. They have not done anything else. They have not modified the environment. Whatever they were getting from the environment, they were fulfilling their requirements from that natural sources only. With time, needs grew and become more varied. However, time has passed, the needs also it has increased of the human being. Humans, they learn new ways to use and change environment. They learn to grow crops, domesticate animals, and lead a settled life. The wheels was also invented, surplus food was produced, barter system emerged. Now what is mean by barter system? See, barter system, it is a trade which in which goods are exchanged without the use of money. Okay, what the people they were doing, barter system, they were exchanging the goods instead of money. Without the use of money, they were exchanging the goods. So they have introduced the barter system. Then trade started and commerce also developed. The economical development has also done in the society. Industrial revolution enabled large scale production. Transportation became faster. Information revolution made communication easier and speedy across the world. Then see all the developments it has happened in the society according to the requirements, needs of the human being, they have developed themselves. But then too, there is a perfect balance in the natural environment and the human made environment. How it is? Because see, according to the climate we change our habits. Okay, so there is a perfect balance is necessary between the natural and human environment. We are modifying the environment according to our needs, but then too there should be a balance in between natural and human environment. Humans must learn to live and use their environment in a harmonious way. Human beings have to use their surroundings, their environment in a friendly way. Okay, we should not waste this environment. We have to use it carefully, and to make awareness in the people about the use of environment, that we have to use our environment carefully. For that, we celebrate the World Environment Day on every 5th June. Okay, every year at the 5th June we celebrate Natural Environment Day, World Environment Day, World Environment Day. Okay, if you have liked my video, like it, share it, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.